I'm a Yankee Doodle dandy. Yep, I have to admit it. Here for another vinyl update, I must say. Got some various odds and ends here to show you all out there. You know, because I do that. Starting off with, on Word Records, Frank Boggs, Spirituals. And I like the way this is written. It's like it's really creepy looking. Just like the expression on his face. It's really creepy looking. I paid 9 cents. 9 cents for this. This was at a thrift store. Best 9 cents I ever spent. Haven't listened to it yet, but, you know. And I want to say something while I'm thinking about it. A lot of times when I buy records at thrift stores, and I didn't used to do this, but I've just, I don't know, started doing it when I remember, that is. Like if it doesn't have an inner sleeve like this, I'll search through the stacks of records and find an inner sleeve that's appropriate. In other words, I don't want to take one out that, you know, that actually, because some of the later records, like from 70s and 80s, will have the actual sleeve that has the same artist from the same record label, or it's an actual one with the lyrics or whatever. I won't take one of those out, but if it's just like a plain poly sleeve or a white sleeve, I'll take that out just to put it in the records I'm buying. Does anybody else do that? Anyway, Colleen Murray says, "Behold, what manner of love." And why wouldn't she? And this one's autographed. It says, "To Charlotte, John 3:1, 1 John 3:1. Yeah, so there she is on the back here. It looks like she was on the Bob Braun show. There's Bob Braun. Is that who that is? That's who that looks like. Yeah, it's Bob Braun. And that looks like Archie Campbell there with her. And it looks like Archie Campbell. Don't say anything about. Okay, here we go. Yeah, Colleen Sharp Murray was already a familiar face to the many Midwest television viewers when she joined the Bob Braun show in 1974 as a regular. There you go. From 65 to 74, she'd been a vocalist in Girl Friday on the Paul Dixon show, which I remember that show. Broadcast live in Cincinnati, Dayton, and Columbus and Indianapolis. So I remember watching that show. My mom used to have that on all the time. Because we only had 3 channels. I mean, what else would you watch? Paul Dixon show, yeah, I remember that. She also was on the Good Morning Show, Midwestern Hayride, and etc., etc. So yeah, I just like the cover. I didn't really know who she was. What is it? Ruth Lyons was also on the Bob Braun show. I have some of her Christmas records. Tom Schill, Thank You, Lord. And if you look real close, you can see one of those faded out type of... This is a variation on those covers that I show, that I pick up. But you can see him standing there if you look hard enough. Sweet Spirit Records. There he is on the back. By himself, not with his shadow. Once again, one of these gospel records I just buy based on the cover. There's the label. And I don't know if you can hear it or not, listening to the new Metallica in the background. That just came out on Friday, which was the day before yesterday. So, yeah. And then this one is Cynthia Clausen, You're Welcome Here. I love, love, love the cover. This is a variation on an album that I'm looking for. This is also signed by her. Right there it says. Right there on the back. There's another album that I'm looking for. This came out in... I don't see a date. Anyway, there's another album I'm looking for that has a variation of this cover. It's a different artist. It's a gospel artist. Triangle Records. It's called, I think it's called Joyce, is just the name of the artist. Or at least that's what it says on the cover. And she's she's basically sitting at a table like this, and she has a rose. I think she's holding the rose, though. And I think that's all that's on the table. I don't think it's set to eat. But it's a similar cover, and I've been looking for that one for a long time. If anyone out there ever sees that at a thrift store, it's just called Joyce. You can look it up on Google to find out what it actually looks like. Please send that one my way, because that's like a, you know, it's I don't want to say grail, because I don't know if that's accurate, but, you know, for me, what would be a grail for me sometimes is like, for other people, it's like, really, you're going to listen to that? Well, yeah, but it's the cover alone that entices me to want to get it. But yeah, I'll listen to it. You know, this is The Ventures with Mashed Potatoes and Gravy. I thought this was a very unusual looking record for The Ventures. But not only is it The Ventures the reason I picked it up, and the unusual cover, but it has Hernando's Hideaway on it. And that's where we are. If you've seen one of my recent videos, I christened my record room as Hernando's Hideaway and told you the story behind it. So why wouldn't I get it? Because it had that on there. That's like my theme song. It has Hot Summer, Asian Mashed, Lucille, Gravy from a Mashed Potatoes, Mashed Potato Time. You know, you see a theme here. And it was on Dalton Records, still is, and 99 cents at the thrift store. Also picked this one up on Liberty, Jan and Dean, Little Old Lady from Pasadena. You don't see much of these type of records, or at least I don't, from the 60s. And if you do, they're usually destroyed. This one just needs a good cleaning. Of course, that song, you know, the title track, one-piece topless bathing suit. That ought to sound interesting. It also says here, the Anaheim, Azusa, and Cucamonga Sewing Circle Book Review and Timing Association. I don't know if that's an actual song on side 2. So that's interesting. Move Out Little Mustang, Sidewalk Surfing, Horace, the Swinging School Bus Driver. I have one of their other records called Popsicle. And it's just like, I don't know if it was intentional, but the song seems like a double entendre thing to me. And then I also picked this one up, Legendac, Holios Luna, I guess. It's such a great cover, is it not? I'm not sure what's going on there, but I don't know. You think they could get a better picture of her. She looks like she's not having a great day there, but cover makes up for it. And this is on Mega Artistes Records. It's a foreign record. Oops, you can't see the label on that side, can you? But that's a cool label. I think this is I want to say maybe French record, German record. Actually, no, I think it's Hungarian. Let me check real quick. 52 to 61 is the material, and it came out in 92, and yes, it was made in Hungary, so it's a Hungarian record. So. And this one, too, I think is Hungarian. Yes, it is. Hungarian Songs. I can't pronounce this. Istvan Horvath, with him and his dog there. That's just, you know, I had to get it. I just had to get it. No, I don't speak Hungarian, for anybody out there that's wondering, because, you know, I've said this in videos. This is another one-sided thing. I've never seen sleeves that are one-sided. No, I don't speak Hungarian. I can barely speak English most of the time. But, you know, it's something about foreign records. They're just very intriguing to me. And here's another one. Most Kezdovkit at Tank something. And this looks like a cake that she's holding that's supposed to look like a keyboard. Do you think that looks like a cake? I sort of do. In the back picture. Or maybe it's a cookie or something. It's just like, what do you think? Is it a cake? Is it a cookie? But it's a great cover. It's a great back cover. This came out in 1988. From Budapest. and it's on the same label that last one was on. So, you know, I'm not sure if this is this girl, if that's the artist, or it's probably not. It's probably a trio, because it says it's probably some group. Either way, it's going to be good. By my standards, it's good. And then once again, here's another one. This thrift store I went to that one day where I got these, they had gobs and gobs of foreign records, and I think almost all of them was Hungarian records. Korda something or other. I don't know how to say that. But he's just relaxing there in his den, I suppose. Back in, who knows when, 1980. It looks so much older than that, but I guess that is sort of 1980. Of course, 1980 has been a long time ago by now. This is on Pepita Records. So yeah, that's sort of... I read some of the titles, but I really can't, because, you know. And this one was made in Budapest as well. This is also Hungarian and English. Joe Jeromos, Popular Hits. Isn't that great? It's great. It's great. It's great. Violin, viola, bass, and cimbalom. It says Cleveland, Ohio here, so there's the back. And then it's on whatever label that is. It's upside down. So, yeah, I'd love to have a shirt like this. One of those tuxedo shirts. I've always wanted one of those. I don't know why. And the last one I got to show here is, I don't really know what this says. I can't really make it out. It came out in 1984, apparently. It must be it's a compilation album with a bunch of different artists. Assuming, yeah, it's from Hungary. Came out in 1985. And there's the artist albums that the tracks are pulled from, I suppose. Just a great cover. And this is on Bravo Records. So, yeah, I only picked the ones up that was really intriguing to me as far as the album covers and the artist, and you know, in a perfect world I would have just got them all, but you have to limit yourself. You have to. I mean, if you've seen my videos, you know I've got more records than I can listen to probably in 3 lifetimes if I don't do anything else but listen to records. But, you know, I like the variety. You know, I like to be able to walk in a room, whether I'm looking for a CD or a DVD or an album, and have the variety to choose from based on either the mood I'm in or just flipping through something. It's like, and of course having more than you really need, you have a tendency to forget what you have, and then you run across this like, wow, I didn't know I had that. I've got to listen to that. So yeah, it happens. What can you do? Thanks for subscribing. That's what you can do. I appreciate all my subscribers and anyone that comments out there on my videos and watches them. You know, it's much appreciated. I do this for fun. It is a hobby, or it's the record collecting part, and I'm glad everyone likes to tune in and see what kind of goofball stuff that I show, because, you know, I like everything. And I watch all the videos that you guys make. I really enjoy a lot of stuff, and I've learned a lot of stuff from watching everyone's videos. So, quit babbling. Take care. Have a good one. See you around. All that other stuff. And I don't have anything to say, but see ya.